Hey ghouls, Terrorkrueger, the sweetest psychopath you'll ever meet, and welcome back to my channel. Hey ghouls, welcome back. I am super excited to be here today with a new movie review. Obviously, I love everything horror. If you're new to this channel, hello, welcome. My name is Terrorkrueger. I am a drag queen, and yes, I love horror movies and anything horror related, which I also do true crime videos on this channel. If you're interested, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm so sorry for all the guys who actually watch me on a regular basis. I did miss last week. Like I said, October is such a busy fucking month for me with doing all my drag shows and whatnot. But in all honesty, I enjoy sitting down and recording and talking with you guys so much more. I mean, like talking with you guys, I'm talking to a camera in an empty house all by myself. And I'm actually quite loud, so if like any of my neighbors are like peeping Tomming in my window, they can definitely hear me, and hopefully they see the camera and don't think I'm like talking to myself or like I'm some psycho or something. Anyways, we are here today to talk about Halloween Kills. I made this cute bow this morning, honestly, just for this video. The reason it's so puny and small is because I didn't have enough fabric to make it as big as I normally do my bows. So yeah, you have to settle with this tiny piece of shit. I'll buy more fabric to make a bigger one and maybe sell this one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys interested in these bows I make? I make them by hand. I sell them all myself. Aren't they adorable? Anyways, so right before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and warn y'all, there is spoilers ahead. I'm going to run my mouth talking all about this fucking movie. And before I get any hate in the comments, this is merely my opinions on the movie. I love horror, and like the genre, especially Halloween, is one of my favorite franchises, so I might feel a little strongly about it when I talk about it. Now, right off the back, I'll tell you I hate the fucking movie. I did not like it, but I'm going to tell you why. And like I said, these are my opinions for why I didn't like it, and we are all entitled to our own opinion. So I recommend viewing it on Peacock for free. Honestly, like, oh my, I got to see the movie for free, luckily, because one of my gentleman suitors actually surprised me with tickets that Friday morning to go see it. So I was like, oh my god, I don't have to pay for it. Perfect. So I luckily got to go see the movie, and to be honest, I didn't have quite high expectations for it to begin with, because I really just did not like the timeline and what they did with the characters in the 2018 one. But we'll go ahead and get into that as we go along. But like I said, these are my opinions. I'm sorry if I didn't like the movie and you loved the movie. So yeah, with that said, let's get into the film. Okay, so it starts. It actually takes place the same night that Dr. Loomis shoots Michael off the fucking balcony, and he's like on foot, and the cops are in hot pursuit of him, trying to catch him down, which I did kind of like that. Then you kind of see little Lonnie getting picked on by these ugly little kids. And I have a feeling that they might like have those kids that were bullying Lonnie, like I forgot what their names were or whatever, into the film later. Also, one of the reasons I didn't like it is because I knew that they signed on to do 3 films, so I figured like this is the middle one, like they're gonna have to really go big or go home, because like what is gonna happen in this middle film that will lead us to the last one, because obviously it's not gonna end tonight. So, you know, anyways, so yeah, it kind of shows like the officer. Oh my god, I forgot most of these people's names, so forgive me if I just refer to them as that cop guy or that hoe or whatever. But anyways, okay, so yeah, it follows that night. The main like sheriff or whatever, who gets stabbed in the neck by the stupid new Loomis guy, didn't die. Spoiler. So it kind of goes back to the night where he says he arrested Michael and whatever, and him and his partner go up into the house. And the weird thing for me is like, it's like the stupid, most like littlest detail, but Michael ran. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck? That's kind of out of character for Michael. So as they're like looking through his house, like the cops asking the cop who knew Michael growing up, like, was he weird, like killing cats, whatever? And he's like, no, just kind of quiet. He would just stare at his sister's window, just looking into nothing. So as a cop who's telling the story is sitting there looking at nothing, out of nowhere, like fucking Michael Myers bum rushes him, and like they kind of fight. The guy gets stabbed. Then the main officer for the movie like accidentally shoots the cop, which ends up killing him. Michael runs out of the house, and then he kind of like just stops because Dr. Loomis, which I love that they actually showed like Dr. Loomis there. I don't know if it was a deep fake or just an actor who looked like him. Anyways, so he like the cop that knew Michael as a kid ends up dying because of the shot. Then the cop tells him, well, you're a rookie, you know, mistakes happen. So he switches guns, and they make up some story that like, oh, he shot himself, whatever, so he doesn't get in trouble. He takes the credit for arresting Michael. Things that I kind of like about the movie is that like little bit characters that you saw in the 2018 one, like the couple dressed up like the doctor and the nurse getting ready to leave, it actually follows them, like where they went to for their night, and they went for the night, and they ended up being at some talent show. And while they're at the talent show, oh my god, I forgot his name, Michael Anthony, the cute geek from Breakfast Club, is Tommy Doyle now, all grown up. And then Lindsay Wallace is there, actually played by the same actress. I learned that when I did the trailer review, and I said, damn, she looks good for her age, but they used an actress that was too young. And then people schooled me that it's the same actress. And I was like, girl, who's your doctor? What's your skin regimen? Anyways, so yeah, he kind of like tells the story about like what happened that night when Michael killed the 3 teenagers and chased Lori down. In that process, like, then it cuts to like Lori, her daughter, her granddaughter, like escaping, and then the first responders going to the house that was on fire that Michael was trapped in. And of course, to go in, they both get killed. Michael comes out with all these tools and starts killing all the fire department one by one, which what I found that fucking annoyed me so much of this whole goddamn movie is like, why did everyone, because he gets jumped a lot in this movie, like Michael gets jumped a lot, like but like, why did they all like Chuck Norris his ass? Like, if you don't know what that means, like, if I used to watch fucking Walker Texas Ranger with my grandma when I was a kid, and I just thought it was so corny, because he would go into a bar and like kick the shit out of everyone, but because everyone like came at him at once, and that's what they fucking do. Like, there's like 11, apparently, because that's how many he kills, 11 firemen standing around there with tools and weapons in their hands, and Michael's able to kill each and every single one of them because they decided to all like Chuck Norris and, you know, wait their turn to go attack him instead of just like all fucking bum rushing him at once and like taking him down. Anyway, so then it cuts to Jamie Lee Curtis being taken to the hospital, and oh yeah, her little boyfriend, her little slimy boyfriend, is called finds the officer on the floor that we assumed was dead from the last one, but is not. So then all our main characters kind of like meet up and rejoice at the hospital as they took in Lori, as they took in the officer. And then Michael Anthony Hall, I think that's his name, Michael Anthony Hall kind of puts this like group together to like go hunt down Michael and kill him. And I do like Annie's dad from the original is there too. He's like, he killed my daughter 40 years ago. I didn't get a chance to be there to arrest him because I was out telling my wife that her daughter was dead. So they all kind of start this crazy like manhunt. And let me get into a quick note that I forgot to mention. So as they're talking on the news, and again, this is going to reference later because it was like, ugh, what the fuck? So you know how in the 2018 one, the bus crashed, Michael escaped. Apparently, other inmates escaped, like one inmate escaped. So on the news, it's showing that these 2 inmates escaped. They show the picture of the first guy, who's like this bloated, like balding weirdo, and then the TV blurs out like in frame, so we don't see Michael's face, but like in their real lifetime, everyone sees Michael's face. So they're kind of like, oh, these 2 people escaped. So then cut to the part where like, oh my god, there's these 3 little bratty ass children that were dressed up like the Season of the Witch characters, and I was like, fucking stab them in the motherfucking face. I could not stand those goddamn children. But Lindsay actually runs up to tell them, and obviously most of the fucking movie's in the trailer. Like, I wasn't wrong when I did the trailer review. Most of the fucking movie was in the trailer. So she tells them to get out of there. They're like, oh, it's the man's playing peekaboo with us. He's hiding behind the trees. And then Michael pops out, so everyone starts freaking out. The kids run off, and I did like that they killed the little boy who was dressed up like the skeleton, because, like, you know, kids dying in movies is not something you see, but, like, he's actually, like, brutally killed. Like, he has him decapitated with the mask and everything. So, Lindsay decides to, like, grab one of their trick-or-treating bags and just putting bricks in it. In that time, Michael jumps on top of Lindsay's car, and inside the car is the nurse from the original, who was also an H2O, and the couple dressed up like the nurse and doctor. And one of the things that fucking annoyed me is like, so they have their guns, and it's like this big ass gun, and the wife is kind of like down talking to the husband like, have you never shot a gun before? She's like, I've shot shit like this. So I'm thinking, whoa, yes, this bitch is gonna turn it out. She's gonna fucking fuck Michael up. I mean, obviously she's probably gonna die, but I thought she was gonna at least give Michael a good fight. So I thought she was gonna fuck Michael's ass up, because she knew how to use the gun. So Michael starts attacking the fucking car, and he's like on the roof of the car, and they all have guns, yet they all take their fucking time like not shooting him. The part that made me laugh though was when he put the decapitated kid's head in front of the windshield and she shoots it, and then it just goes like flying. That was hilarious. So then yeah, like he breaks through the window, he grabs the nurse lady by her hair, and he's like pulling her out. And in that process, I'm not sure if the woman dressed up as the nurse jumped out of the car herself or if Michael pulled her out too, but you just see her ass fall to the floor. And she just gets up and she has the gun. She claimed that she shot this, like she knows how to shoot guns before, but she literally fucking disappears. Like she just vanishes. Instead of getting out of the car, getting up and like bam, shooting Michael in the fucking face or something. No, she disappears. So in that time, he's like attacking the man dressed up as the nurse and the old doctor in the car. And I really felt bad for the older lady. Like Michael opens the door and she's like, "This is for Dr. Loomis," and tries to shoot him, and of course the gun's empty because she wasted all her ammo shooting at nothing. So then Michael crawls on top of the car and just starts stabbing the shit out of her, killing her. And another thing that pisses me off that I noticed is like everyone in this movie waited to help someone after it was like too late. Like he stabbed her a good 3 times, and then he takes the I forgot how to say fuck that word. The thing that you put in your ears and check people's heartbeats. He takes it off and wraps it around Michael's neck to like strangle him to get him off of her, even though he fucking stabbed her in the chest 3 times. So he's like choking Michael. He fucking sticks a knife up, stabbing the guy in the eye. That I thought was like a pretty cool effect. Like bam, he's dead. So then finally, the bitch dressed up as the nurse comes back with the gun, and for her claiming that like, oh, she knows how to use it, she's shooting at fucking nothing. Like she's just randomly shooting at the car, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where's my bad bitch moment? I wanted a bad bitch moment of her fucking up Michael or something, but no. She comes like, like shooting at nothing. And then the other part that I thought was fucking hilarious is Michael just fucking kicks the car door at her, and it like hits her hand and like turns the gun at herself, and she shoots herself in the face and dies. I mean, I couldn't help but fucking laugh at that part because I was like, is the rest of the movie gonna be this fucking ridiculous? Like, my god. And I was also just disappointed that I didn't get my bad bitch moment of her like fucking up Michael. Like he just shot herself in the face. Lindsay gets away, and then I feel like there was a scene like that was probably missing because Lindsay like fucks Michael up by hitting him with the bag of bricks. Then he chokes her, and I honestly don't remember how she got away, but she gets away, and then she just goes hiding. And the last thing we see her, she's perfectly fine. Then the whole crew goes out to look for her, and it's in that scene that they show in the trailer where they find the couple and the nurse with the masks from here on their corpses. And they find Lindsay, and she's like all wet and bruised up and beat up, and they take her to the hospital, and I'm like, what? Like, when did that happen? Did she fall down the hill hiding from Michael or something? Like, when did that happen? Anyways, so yes, they're all in the hospital, and then we find out that Michael's not actually really after Lori, so she's being all fucking psychotic and dramatic for nothing. The only reason he went back after her in 2018 is because the doctor knew Loomis, or whatever you want to fucking call that idiot. He like took Michael to the house, so I guess he just like, oh, she's here, I guess I'll kill her. But yeah, that's the thing I kind of didn't like too about like this whole new storyline, is they're not related. It ended after that first one. Like, you know, I've voiced my opinion before. Anyways, I'm kind of rushing through this because the whole movie honestly kind of felt like it was rushed itself. But anyway, so yeah, they have this whole angry mob, and they find that other guy that escaped, the other like inmate, and they're like chasing him down because he's in the hospital. So like there's this whole fucking angry mob chasing him down, trying to fucking kill him. And then he like actually commits suicide. Like he breaks one of the hospital windows on the top floor and jumps out and kills himself. And don't get me wrong, like the gore, especially the aftermath of his suicide, is pretty fucking like gnarly. You see him all splattered on the floor, and some of the other deaths too were pretty good. Like the gore was good, and I have a friend who argues with me like, well, the gore was so cool, and I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking watch horror movies just for the gore. Like, don't get me wrong, gore and all the death in the movies is fucking fun, but I also want like a good storyline to play off of it besides just like the kill was cool. Then I would probably be a bigger fan of the Saw franchises then. Although I do like Saw. I'm not like in love with Saw, but like I do enjoy it. So there was like screaming like, that's not him, it's not him. And then one of the stupidest things someone says was like, he wears a mask, how do we know it's not him? Like, the fucker's been locked up for 40 years. Was he literally wearing the fucking mask the entire time he was incarcerated? No. And then they showed his face on the news. They showed both of those men on the news. So we know that which one's Michael, which one's not Michael. Also, the guy who jumped off that they were accusing of being Michael was like shorter, chubby, and bald. And Michael looks like tall and lean, and who knows, like, it's funny when they, like, when she rips off his mask at one point, like, it looked like he had a mustache and like balding, like, it's weird. I don't know. Also, the other thing, the side character, the gay couple, Michael McDonald and the other guy, I forgot his name, from Mad TV, I could not take that fucking serious. Like, I was like, really? Like, they put a gay couple in here played by two guys from, like, Mad TV. Like, I love the inclusion, but, like, oh my fucking god, I could not take that serious. Like, I just kept on thinking of him as, like, Stuart, and, like, when Michael came in, being here, like, don't. Sorry. Like, I don't know. Like, he's a good actor, whatever, don't get me wrong, but, like, I grew up watching Mad TV, so right when I saw both of them, I just was like, so Stuart's about to get it from Michael? Like, okay, Big John and Little John were him and his partner's name. His boyfriend's name. I hate when people use the term partner. It was his boyfriend, probably even husband. They lived together in Michael's old house. So yeah, like, they got two fucking comedians to play like a gay couple, and they were trying to be like real serious about the whole thing for the most part. And I don't know, I just kept giggling because they just kept thinking of him as Stuart. I couldn't get that out of my mind. Anyways, so like the whole thing, like they're searching for Michael, and like from every other Halloween movie we see, Michael always goes back home, and I don't know why it's not the first place they check. So of course Michael goes there, he finds the couple, and oh my god, the one who's not Stuart, I forget his fucking name, I believe he played Batman in one of the parody movies. Oh my god, he gets stabbed like in the armpit, and that like made me cringe because I was like, oh, that would hurt. I have a tattoo that's pretty close to my armpit, and oh my god, it fucking hurt. So imagine getting like a fucking full ass butcher knife up in there, like, ah. So anyways, he kills both of them. He kills Michael McDonald off screen, but then we find him, and I love that like Michael still in these ones kind of like decorates the place with dead bodies. So you find the gay couple dead, and they are posed like in a photo that they have, like they're posed in that same position. I thought that was kind of cute. But yeah, so finally at the end they decide like, oh, let's go check his house. You know, he always goes home, but we're not gonna check there till the very end. So the fuck is Lori's granddaughter's name? I don't remember her name, but her boyfriend, and Lonnie, who's her boyfriend's dad, go to the house. You don't see the dad get killed, but they hang him up in the attic thing. And when Lonnie, what the fuck, the son, her boyfriend, you know who I'm talking about if you watch the movie, he goes out to investigate because he hears a strange noise. And of course, all these people know how fucking like superhuman strength Michael Myers is, yet they all go like try to fight him off by themselves. So he goes into the hallway where this girl's like pulling the knife out of Michael McDonald's like gut for whatever reason. Like, are you gonna use it? What's going on? So then her boyfriend finds his dad dead, hanging from the attic. Michael gives him like 2 good gut stabs, and they're fighting off. And like, she takes like so long to like run out of that room to help him, even though she hears him being tossed around and killed. She fucking took her sweet ass time. So then Michael starts bashing him around, and like he ends up like bashing his head through the stair banister, and she's at the bottom of the stairs trying to like scream at Michael to like leave him alone. And honestly, as he was walking down the stairs and the boy's head was hanging out of the banister, I knew he was just gonna like snap his head, and he did. But I mean, it was the cute kill. Actually, like when I first saw the 2018 one, I was like, kill that cheating motherfucker, kill his ass, and they didn't. But then in this one, I kind of like liked him. I kind of like, you know, his character slightly grew on me, and it was like, oh, they killed him. But I didn't like his character enough to be like, oh man, they killed him. Oh my god, and then the beginning, sorry, I forgot. That old couple, like, I don't know if I missed it, but I don't really understand why he went to go kill that old couple. Once again, like, that whole death scene is in the fucking trailer, but I actually felt really bad for when he killed the old couple. The old man, he's just bashing around the older lady. She gets the fucking, like, light thing stuck in her neck. And she's like sitting there bleeding out while she sees Michael. I'm assuming it's her husband. Grab her husband, throw him on the kitchen counter, and start sticking all these knives in him. Like, I was like, Michael, they're old. They're old. I laughed that he killed a kid, but I'm like, don't kill the old people. So yeah, anyways, where was I? I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling on so much. I like in my real life too, like I'm just like waiting for my friends to always tell me to shut up and stop talking. So yeah, okay, after he kills her little boyfriend and everything, finally Karen, Violet, or Fern Mayo as I like to call her. If you've seen Jawbreaker, the mom's from that movie. I'm old, so shut up. Um, she comes in, stabs Michael with a pitchfork, and she like kicks his head against the stairs, and I'm like, yes, Karen, fucking bash his fucking head in, stop this fucker. But no, she doesn't. She rips off his mask and then like runs off, luring him into a trap. And again, the whole town is there, and I'm like, oh, cool, they're gonna jump Michael. In my head, though, I'm like, but they're not, because they have one more movie to film, so he's not gonna die here. And of course, once again, the whole town decides to Chuck Norris Michael, so they all fucking start hitting him one by one. They shoot him, they get him on the ground, and they all start taking their little turns hitting him. Finally, at the end, Karen, I'm gonna refer to her as Fern Mayo. Fern Mayo grabs the fucking knife and sticks Michael in the back with it. And they're all like, oh, Michael's dead. And of course, he's not fucking dead. He gets back up, he grabs the knife out of his back and slashes the throat of Annie's father, the chief or whatever he was. Yeah, and then they all start running at him one by one again, trying to take him down, and he just starts killing them, slashing them, stabbing them, you know. If you Chuck Norris someone and he's stronger than you, of course it's gonna have the upper hand. Oh, and then like finally, Michael Anthony Hall is the last one standing. But yeah, he tries to kill Michael with it. Michael takes the bat from him, stabs him in the stomach, and then bashes his head open, and that's the end of Tommy Doyle. And one of the other things, so the very end of the movie, they're still in Michael's old house. Fern Mayo, Karen, walks back to the house, and she sees the daughter being tended to by the paramedics, and the movie's ending, and you know, she walks upstairs and she starts looking out the window out of Judy's old room. And my thing is like, how did Michael appears behind her? But I'm like, how the hell did he get back in the house? Did he like sneak into the back door and like no one heard his big ass stomping through? Because literally, like, they were sitting, like, everyone's parked in the front, the medics, the police, whatever, like tending to the daughter and the other dead bodies in the house. Yet she's right upstairs, and out of nowhere Michael appears behind her. So yeah, Michael stabs Fern May to death. And I was a little surprised at that. I was kind of like, I was pleased, but also like, oh. But Fern Mayo gets it. Like, he stabs the shit out of her, leaving her for dead on the floor. I don't know if they'll bring her back for the next one. I honestly don't think so, because of how awful this movie, in my opinion, was. I feel like Fern Mayo was all like, yeah, I'm not coming back for a third one, so just kill me off. So I assume that's what goes on. And yeah, then you kind of just, he walks off and disappears, and you just hear Jamie Lee Curtis talking about evil dies tonight, maybe not tonight or tomorrow, maybe next Halloween or whenever, you know. So yeah, there's gonna be one more movie probably coming out next year or within the other year, hopefully soon, so we could just end this saga of Michael Myers. Will I watch Halloween Ends or Halloween Dies, whatever the name's gonna be? Of course. It's a horror movie and it's Michael Myers. I'm gonna watch it, just like with this one. I honestly already instantly knew I was not gonna really enjoy this movie if they didn't do anything different with it. And I think that was my whole thing with this movie, was they had such an opportunity to like go big and do something completely like new and different, and they just didn't. It was the same thing. Michael running around in the middle of the night killing a bunch of people like for no reason, and nothing happens, and that was that. Like, oh my god, I've seen this movie a million more times. Was it the worst Halloween in the franchise? No, I don't think so. I'm honestly not really a big fan of like part 6 with Paul Rudd. That one was kind of trash. And I honestly kind of didn't like part 4 or 5 either. Like, they kind of sucked. And Rob Zombie's Halloween, I really like the first one. The second one, it's kind of grown on me over the years, but I still wouldn't say I like that movie particularly. So Halloween Kills. Is it the worst in the franchise? No. But is it good? No. Not in my opinion. I didn't think so. So, I don't know. Like, when I saw the trailer, I figured, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, they showed us the whole movie. Hopefully there's a twist or something, and, you know, they showed us the bare minimal. No, they didn't. First of all, like, a lot of the trailer showed was, like, a lot of the beginning of the movie, but it was also, like, most of the good parts of the movie, so I thought they were gonna like maybe play off the thing, like, you know, if you've seen Season of the Witch, you know, has really nothing to do with Michael. It's like with these masks that like the kids wear, and when they watch the commercial, like it kills them. I thought they're gonna like maybe throw something that has to do with that and Michael's mask, like why he's killing everyone or whatever, instead of just the fact that he just likes killing. He's just this big fucking predator that just likes to kill anything that moves. And that's kind of what they said, is like, he's not after Lori. He's literally just going around killing because he enjoys it. So, should I enjoy it for as it is? It's like just a horror movie with a bunch of cute little kills in it. And yeah, sure, it was cute, but like plot wise, I was bored. If anything, I think I'll just probably enjoy watching the dead meat kill count for it when it comes out, because it's just going to show all the deaths, and which were like the only good part of the movie, really. And even then, like, not all the deaths were that creative or cute. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Still feel free to see it, like, if you did. Like, did I ruin the movie for you? Are you going to watch it? Did you already watch it? What did you think about it? Do you think I'm being too harsh on it? It's just a fucking movie, so who cares how harsh I am on it? It's a movie, like, whatever. Anyways, I've gone on too long. I've rambled on way too long about this, but like, I just wanted to make sure I kind of hit every point, and I'm sure there's points in the movie that I missed that I probably want to talk about, and I'll like remember it as I'm editing this shit together. But oh well. Anyways, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching my channel. I love doing these. I have like so many more like little horror like review things to film, as they did release the first episode for Child's Play that I watched, and they did release the trailer for Scream 5, which is just to be called Scream. I'll get more into why they're doing that when we do that review. But yeah, I have so many fucking to do. I have so many bows to make. I just bought new fabric and I'm super excited. But anyways, I want to say thank you guys for joining this Krueger cult. If you want to wear a shirt of little old me, I have a link down below for a spread shirt. If you want to wear some Terror Krueger merch, help support me and this channel, I would really greatly appreciate it. But with that said, what I would appreciate so much more is if you smash, oh my god, like I missed a week and I already figured out what to do. Smash that like button, hit that bell for notifications, subscribe to this channel. If you want to tip this witch, there's my Cash App down below. But what I'd appreciate so much more, oh my god, I'm like all out of order. Anyways, this is Terror Krueger, and I'll see you ghouls in the next one. Bye. Yeah.